Your dear fellow member of Vasudev Kutum, dear fellow wave in the ocean of pure consciousness. Today we shall share the 10th discourse, the 11th discourse in the series of early sadhana at the Ganeshpuri Ashram series. Last time we were discussing the second seva that I was doing in the ashram, which was in the accounts department of the Ganeshpuri Ashram, which in those days consisted of one room. The Swami Madhavana, in those days called Murli, sitting behind the only desk there, looking after the nominal ledger, the conventional accounts of the ashram. While I was doing the cost accounts for all the new buildings, the new construction activity that was going on in the ashram. In those days, what is today the foreigners building was an empty shell in the process of construction, and so was the library building. There was an old architect, a retired architect from Delhi, Mr. Chadda, who was looking after all the construction activities. He lived in a small apartment with his wife, elderly couple in the gardens behind the main building of the ashram, in an apartment there. And I was liaising closely with him to understand exactly what went into each building and to cost out each item that went into the building. So many bags of cement, so many doorknobs, so many everything from plumbing fittings, electrical fittings, the main construction items, everything that went into each building had to be costed and put in ledgers and files prepared, and etc. etc. So this was going on the same table. There was one large table, which considered the accounts department table, and Swamiji was sitting on one side, I was sitting on the other. So I had a ringside view during this first month. We started probably in August 1975 in this manner, and the next 2-3 months, two amazing things happened. I rose one step, as I explained last time, the plateaus in spiritual progress. From Pinde, I started off at the lowest level, I was seeing Shaktipat. And a few months later, I felt my mind was stopping. There was the mind had, Baba describes it best when he talks about in his question answer book about this process. The mind is like a spinning top. We don't realize, a spinning top is still. We imagine our minds to be very still, but the mind is full of thoughts and it's spinning. You think so fast that you think it's a still mind. But then the spinning top goes slowly stop spinning. As you continue your process of sadhana, a lot of chanting mantra, a discipline of complete silence in life, keeping a complete silence and no unnecessary talk, reading spiritual literature. Slowly that spinning top slows down and gradually takes months. If you're doing it, if you're a regular weekender like I was, spending in a sense programs for 4 days every week. I was attending programs after in the evening Aarti on Friday. So Friday evening Aarti, and all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and the Guru Gita, the Aarti in the morning and Guru Gita in the morning on Monday morning. So there were 4 days of activities I was doing last, and I was watching Swami Madhavana on the other end of the table practice sadhana perfectly. One thing about the Deva, Swami when I met him was a Deva. That means he had reached the third stage, the third plateau of progress in spiritual growth. He was in fact a Jivan Mukta. At that stage you become a Jivan Mukta. You have died to the world. You have experienced your own death. But you attain body consciousness. He was in that state. You attain body consciousness, but you're dead to the world. And he had these still eyes, when I used to come on Friday evening, he would be sitting right outside the entrance to the Aarti hall, the main temple, the Nityananda temple, sitting in a chair there, and with still mush-chinned eyes, his eyes would be staring out to people. And I would, this is, he would, in a sense, greet people in this way, give darshan to people as people enter. He was in that state of complete silence. And he was, in any case, a very slow mover. He used to move whenever he was reaching for a pen, talking, anything he did was slowly, complete slowness. He was a great peace. There was great peace about his movements, a great peace about his behavior, a great peace about whatever small words he spoke. There was great peace about him. So, so I was gaining a lot of knowledge watching Swamiji watch. I used to sit when he used to attend all the chanting program, and I used to sit to one side, but just behind him, but to one side, so I could watch every movement he made and exactly what he was doing. He was, for example, he would sit for the Guru Gita with his chanting book on the front row, next as close to the musical instruments as possible, as close to the lead chanting as possible, and he would sit there and he would keep his chanting book literally an inch or two in front of his eyes. And he would sit rammed out straight. His spine would be completely erect. And he was anyway a very thin person. It was easy for him to do that as well. Thin, completely erect spine, and completely motionless. He was completely motionless, and in a gentle voice he would chant. So you get a lot of knowledge if you watch something like, if you're a newcomer and you watch someone chanting perfectly. Everything he did was perfectly. At 3:30 in the morning, I'd watch him brush his teeth in the bathroom. And even that act, I've never watched teeth brushed so perfectly. You spend a couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes. I was too impatient to do that myself. 2-3 minutes, and in the completely, doctor recommended system, up and down, the brush would go on his teeth. He would have taken the smallest amount of toothpaste on the toothbrush, and his the completely doctor prescribed motion on the teeth, and he would carry on for a couple of minutes. So from that moment, he was that perfect about everything, whether it was eating, whether it was, as I said, he spoke about the fewest possible words he could during the day, and it was he had no mind. There was no Deva has no mind. He's empty-headed, and therefore he was he's practicing sadhana absolutely perfectly. So any Deva, I watched several people grow in that ashram during that. Comes a point where the mind dissolves, and at that point their sadhana becomes perfect. Their movement becomes perfect. It's a sight to behold in the Ganeshpuri ashram. A Deva just living is a day in that ashram. So I received a lot. So in that same time period of 3 months, say August to say December, August, September, October, November, 3-4 months, I moved very easily from the Pinde to the Pade state. And indeed, I heard a voice in my head. As I reached the state, I heard a voice in my head, I will make you the Buddha. That was Baba's first whisper that I heard inside my head. And it said, I will make you the Buddha. I was, amazed, of course. But one of the first objects I bought when I came back from England to India was a Buddha's head, a statue of Buddha's head, which adorned my living room in Thane. And so in the same time period, Swamiji moved from Rupe to Rupatite. He became fully realized. He moved from Goa to Iceland. He went beyond body consciousness to the highest state possible. He became a Siddha. And I think the two things were related. In yoga, you have to earn your growth. And you earn it by helping others to grow. So he had helped me grow from Pinde to Pade. And he had earned the right to grow from Rupe to Rupatite. This is how it happens. By other people getting knowledge from you, you grow. And that is the whole concept of religion, how religion takes place. People grow by helping others to grow. You help others to grow from a lower level, you grow from a higher level. But this is how growth takes place. It is the effect of the law of karma. It is the law of karma in action. Enough for today. Thank you for listening.